to Neffy Crafts and Scraps. I am back today continuing on with my 2019 project shares, and today I'm sharing with you my wonderful stack of 8.5 by 11 layouts that I made in 2019, and I'm here to share a little bit of what projects were done for what teams and my favorite parts about these layouts. So I hope you guys are excited. And in case you guys didn't know, I also have a video sharing all of my 12 by 12 layouts that I made in 2019, and I also plan on sharing very soon a video on all the mini albums I made in 2019 and the cards. So that will be in the next video, but stay tuned for that. So let's get started. This is the first one I'm sharing. This is the one that I made for my guest spot at Wild Hair Kits. It did get a little bit torn because my baby got into it eventually after I finished. But this is basically a fussy cut Dear Lizzie paper. You can kind of tell what I did was I layered it over this and then stitched around my page 3 times. But it's all fussy cut, and then I just stuck it on my page, and I used a cut apart sheet that came in that kit, and that's how I made my title. Used a photo of myself and just a few stickers, kind of like, little birdies landing on the flowers. And this did have a bunch of sequins, but these sequins are hard to stay on because they're very 3D. So as soon as you push on them, they kind of stick off. So I think I need to find a better source, a better sticking glue for these kinds of sequins. Layout. This one was made for Emma's Paperie, and I believe that the challenge for this specific project was stickers. So I've seen this idea so many times being repeated by other crafters, and I've never used the technique myself. So I just grabbed the alpha stickers that I had ordered from the shop that month and used it to kind of create a background on my page. I used 2 different tones of Paige Evans papers. Not quite sure what collection it is. And then I used some Vicky Bouton stickers from the shop and called it done. This one's very simple, but I really like that my whole page is filled up. That's the fun part about this layout. And sometimes I do challenge myself to do that because sometimes I do leave a lot of white space on my layouts. But this one was fun and simple. One that I made for Emma's Paperie. This one, I believe that the challenge was using stencils. So what I did is I grabbed some of the stencils that I have from the shop that were very kind of matching with this theme here. It was around fall time, so I was kind of digging, that fall feel on my pages. So what I did was I added that as a strip down. I misted it with some brown mist. I had fussy cut some of these flowers from One Canoe 2, and then added my photo, a few stickers. And then I matted it on top of a doily to kind of add to that soft feel that I was going for. A few stickers and a few splatters, and called it done. Was for ink road stamps. While I was working with them during my term towards the end of the year, I used some of the stamps in which it's kind of a hot mess, to be honest, this layout. I used some very dark blue mist. I was trying to do kind of like color resist because I do have stamping here that has been embossed in white. So I did that, and then just kind of did it with the packaging technique. And then I used another die from the shop and used the crepe paper collection here. Again, some more photos of myself. I really enjoy crafting myself. And stickers, embellishing different clusters here, here, and here, and called it done as well. For one of the months in which I was collaborating with Technique Tuesday, they sent me this very lovely stamp about grandmothers, and it had so many lovely sayings. So this is all made out of the stamps that were in that set that they sent me. I managed to make some super cute 3D hearts here that you can see I have. I made them sort of like an ombre. I have a lot of pink ink pads, so I used different tones And then I stamped flowers, which I colored with markers myself. It was my first time trying out, you know, coloring, and it was fun. Definitely something new for me to try. So you can see here though, the hearts are also come with a die. So because I cut so many of them, I ended up using the strip as sort of my background, and then used one of these phrases that were in the stamp set as my main title, and documented some cute photos of my mom that I had in my stash for quite a while, and it was perfect. I'm glad that I got that stamp set and was able to craft a little bit about my mom. And I just love the airiness of this layout. It has a lot of fun to it, but it's also very simple, you know? I like it. My favorite layouts that I made this year in 8.5 by 11 format. This one was for Emma's Paperie, and I believe it was for color inspiration, if I'm not wrong. I used some 1 Canoe 2 items here. This is all 1 Canoe 2. I think I have a few packets of them, so I might have used a mixture. But really, my favorite part about this is the watercoloring that I did. This was using some of the inks that are in the shop. And then the fact that I added some string, you can see I just tied it in the back. But this was very fun, lots of fun stickers. This is all focused on 1 Canoe 2, and I just love the tone of colors, the fresh feel with the plants. I just love it. All stamped layout. This one was made for Ink Road Stamps, and this was using one of their stamp sets that's all about being creative and crafty. So I was really inspired by Steffi Reed this year and all her cute little threaded projects that she shared. So I decided to create something of the sort myself. All of my embellishments are in a column, and then this kind of goes out a little bit longer. Everything is stamped. I did add some, so this is my photo of me crafting. It's kind of hard to see the photo itself. I could have used a better photo, but it really actually just went really well with what the stamps were talking about. I created the border using the same stamp set. Used some washi tape for my stash. I mean, it's a miracle I'm using washi tape. And splattered just different colors. There's blue splatters up here, yellow, pink, a little bit of teal, and some yellow down here. So I love it. I also used some of the gems from the shop. This one's just all fun. Ink Road Stamps layout. This was using their beautiful Bella Flora dies, and I just die cut a bunch of them and had an idea to kind of create something like this on my page. I layered my photo on a few papers. All the colors that I used, I layered it so that it kind of went well and matched. And then I also die cut my title, but part of it fell off, and I literally don't know where it could possibly be. So I'm gonna definitely have to fix this one. I also added a bunch of those gems. These are like the iridescent ones, and they're so pretty. There's a few splatters, and there's stitching around the page, and that's it. It's simple, but I like it. It's documenting another one of my maternity photos. It's pretty fun. This one was following a sketch for Emma's, and I used all Amy Tangerine stuff. So I used her stickers, her die cuts, some of the puffy hearts again, and then the paper in the background is actually crepe paper. You can't really tell, but I actually had stitched over some pretty different spots on here, but because I layered so much over top, you can't even see it. I like the rib up here. I added a little bit more of the teal to kind of bring it all together, because this is my husband and my son messing around. That's why I put this made my day. But I added a little bit of teal everywhere because there's teal in the photo, and it just kind of helps bring it all in together. And that's it for this one. Again, I added some extra stitching. I love to add stitching to my layouts because I feel like it kind of makes them, I don't know, just look more finished. It gives it more of a finished look, so I always enjoy adding stitching to most of my layouts. This one was a sketch for Emma's Paperie, and that's why you see that there's a column here, and then there was 3 different things on there, I believe. So that's why this was using the summer collection by Crepe Paper once again. So everything you see here is summer themes, beach themes. I love how this kind of is a layout about myself, but it's in blue, and that actually makes my heart really excited because the fact that I'm crafting myself in blue is amazing, and it's beach theme. Like, everything about this I love. Here's the layout that I actually made on National Scrapbook Day. I usually like to literally scroll through Instagram and all the groups and all the challenges and see which one stands out to me the most. So this time, the one that stood out to me the most was the monochrome challenge that I believe was on the Paige Evans Facebook group. So I had 2 sets of dies, and all I did was die cut a bunch of these and create a cluster. And I do actually have a quick process video of this on my IGTV on my Instagram. If you guys are interested, you can still find it on there. It's not the best video, but it's just me crafting and sharing how I got this layout done. It's very simple, but I love it. I mean, I think it speaks for itself. This one was for Emma's Papery, and it was also a sketch or a color inspo. Maybe it was a color inspo paper. And this is just literally having fun with Paige Evans collection. I even added a tag with a little bit of journaling to this one, and I just tucked that behind right there. Layered my 8.5 by 11 paper, cut it down a little bit to add the border in the back, and then stitched, and then layered all of these here. They're all ripped, kind of ripped, to just add fun and texture, and my title. And that's it. This one was really fun to make. The Paige Evans products are always in the shop. Sometimes the stuff runs out, but each new collection eventually makes it on there, and every time it does, I love to snag as much as I can and have fun with it. These products are always so fun to play with. Here's another collaboration layout with Technique Tuesday. I was sent a super sweet stamp set with all these icons on gardening. It was very springy, and so what I did was I created kind of like a layered title, and I love it. And then I kind of added some mist to my page. Oh no. Stamped some things in the back, and then colored my super cute little things here. And the Paige Evans collection went very perfect with this. That's how you see all these cute little stitching on there, on the dragonflies and the moths. And then the Road to Happiness. This was a ephemera piece from the Paige Evans collection, and it just all went so well. I was very nervous about it because this was my first project with Technique Tuesday, but now that I look back to it, I think I did a pretty good job. Here's another favorite layout of mine. I think I like it just because sometimes I scrap randomness, sometimes I scrap story, sometimes I scrap just a picture that I like. This one is about working with the product that I like and kind of creating art out of it. I don't know how to explain it. This is a photo of just the coastline while we're driving down Pacific Coast Highway, and so I just really was feeling the photo and the collection. I mean, it says here, always in pursuit of magic. I'll be a dreamer until the day I die. The love definitely has to do with me loving the coast. The hand pointing down. Oh my god, I loved this collection so much. And this layout I feel like I definitely portrayed what this collection was all about. So I'm really excited to have made this. It feels very art to me. I made early in the year. I wanted to use texture paste, so I chose my photo here and then ended up using the Whimsical collection and just color matched. So, you know, this is all embellishing over the strip of texture. This is glitter texture paste. If you can see how much it glitters, it's beautiful to work with. And I had all these colors, and I just wanted to create something simple, and I really love this layout. I added a bit of a sticker from the sticker sheets in the Whimsical collection here and here. And that was it for this one. Very simple, but definitely full of spring vibes. final layouts that I made for Citrus Twist. I believe this one might have been from January. I could be wrong, guys, but it was in my pile. So I used a few of the different items that they had in the kit that day. One of them was the ephemera from, it was like a crepe paper line for planners. Can't remember the name of it. But I just used a mixture of the paper. For example, these little banners are from a patterned paper, and I just fussy cut them, added them as banners. Life lately was documenting how my son and I were just spending lots of time together while I was pregnant. Towards the end of my pregnancy, I really wanted to savor the last few days we had just with him, you know, before the baby came and before the whole dynamic of our family changed with the new baby. So that's what I'm documenting here, and I just love it. This one was very fun. The one that I made for Citrus Twist in January of last year. This was using the super cute Simple Stories winter collection. The photo I used was way too big, but in the background I actually stitched a snowflake. You could see it through the back, but here you can hardly see it. I basically covered it all up, but I loved it. Wrapped up in love, warm and cozy, and that's just myself having a moment. But this one was really fun. Again, all the items from the kit that day. It was like an extra winter kit that month, so it was fun to use all these products. And for Citrus Twist, again, this might have been around January, possibly December. This is using the exclusive papers from them and their embellishments. So I mean, Citrus Twist has some of the most beautiful products you could use. They're so easy to put together. I mean, even just making something simple like this that's literally how easy it is to put all those products together and make your layouts. And so this is just a picture I took of myself kind of working at my computer. I don't know what happened to the rest of the picture, but I put create, make, record, upload. And this is just me working like when I be recording all my videos and editing them and working on my computer. So this is literally just to document that. I love the simplicity of it. Again, more stitching right here. I loved all that, and I love it. Very simple and clean. Final layout I have to share for 2019 of my 8.5 by 11 layouts. This one was a Prima Company Spotlight. So what I did was I used some I think the only thing I had ordered were these leaves. They're very pretty. They're felt. And again, I'm documenting kind of the same photo that I had in a different layout, but just redoing it. Whole different vibe. A little bit of stitching here. This one zigzag stitching. And then this vellum has words written on it, and I loved what it said. It went with the photo, it went with the fall theme, and then I just put seek, because you're always seeking bigger dreams, right, when you make a wish. So that is the final layout. It for the layouts that I made in 2019 in 8.5 by 11 format. I think there's so much that I accomplished and practiced and tried out doing these layouts, especially for those few where it was all stamping. I love challenging myself to do that, and I love the results all the way. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. The next video will be the one where I'm sharing my mini albums and my cards. I'm gonna mash the video together because there's only a few cards that I don't see there's a point making 2 videos. Anyways, that's it for today. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you guys are inspired to keep crafting every day, guys. It's amazing, it's therapeutic, and the end results are beautiful. So thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye!